Good evening, Yarnies, Dirty Hookers, and Fiber Fiends. How is everyone doing this evening? I'm doing pretty good. Let me just resize my little application here. I need to make this smaller, and I can't. Okay, that's what we need to do. We're going to do the mini thing. Bear with me, everybody. I should have done this before I... Whoop. I hit the wrong thing. Before I went live. Alrighty. Hey there, Just a Curious Brain Cell. Christmas tree is finally decorated. Yes, I decorated mine last night. So it's all up. I posted a picture in the Discord. Maybe before we get into this tonight, I will share those few things on Discord. Hey there, Clay Miko. How's it going? What's going on? Let me check this. Oh, Clay Miko, I was just in Traveling Tatter's stream, literally, before I went live. She's actually streaming at the moment. And you had asked me the other night, with tatting, what do you make out of it? And like I had told you, like doilies, edgings, bookmarks, placemats. She said that you can do clothing. It's going to take a while. Blankets could take a while. I don't know if you want to do that. Jewelry, I think I mentioned that to you, but also, I mentioned to you, and this is to everybody, the ornaments where you take like a round ball ornament, like a satin ornament, and you make your tatted piece and you put it on top, or you can also do your tatted ornament and make it flat, and then starch it like a snowflake type thing, which I'm going to show some of my snowflake ornaments here in a second. I think once I get better at tatting, well, take that back. There's a sample little piece that I'm going to be working on that I've showed previously on stream. I have to get it at some point. I'm going to work more on that during the Christmas break that I'm taking. Once that's done, I think I'm going to try to learn how to make some tatted snowflake ornaments for next year. They'll be well in advance, all ready for it. So maybe that might be something you might be interested in, doing little snowflake ornaments. Because they're small, they're not a massive piece, and they're pretty because they're snowflakes. Hey there, Black Rose, how are you? Mine just went blank. Oh yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to share a few things real quick. Was it? Yeah, a few things. Well, actually, one thing. On the Discord earlier, a little while ago, I posted a picture of everything that I won in Heather Bizzo's Creepy Craft Along for Halloween. So it's just a picture of... Welcome in, Blue Raven. How are you doing? How was your stream? What were you doing? If you're not following Blue Raven, which most of you in here probably know Blue Raven, because Blue Raven is one of my moderators. They are a multi-crafter. They do everything. Crochet, card making, gift tags, music, both playing instruments, and what else do you do? Whole bunch of stuff. So if you're not following Blue Raven, welcome in. Go and follow him. Give him a like. And good time over there. Stream is good. Carried on with your project. Were you doing the card? Like the twisted spiral, whatever. I don't know what it's called. I think you had shared a picture with me in the DM about it. Oh, let me bring back my music. I just literally started my stream, and I was just mentioning that I posted a picture in... Oh, your fantasy house. Oh, yeah. The other project, the foam board. Okay, with the house. I mentioned that I posted a picture in my Discord of the giveaway that I won from Heather Bizzo's Creepy Craft Along back in the end of October. So pictures are all over there. Also, one thing I'm going to mention, I'm going to shout her out. I'm going to shout out Heather Bizzo. If I can do the thing. And it's going to play her clip. Shouting her out, again, to thank her for having the Creepy Craft Along giveaway, but I just learned that she is now a Moco Loco. So, let's celebrate her. She's not here. Welcome in, Frog and Turtle Gaming. I have a double raid. Blue Raven just raided me, and now Frog and Turtle. If you're not following Frog and Turtle Gaming, you need to follow them. I'm not asking, I'm saying you need to. Frog and Turtle Gaming is the reason that I am streaming. Good friend of mine, I've known him for a long time before I even knew what Twitch was, probably before he knew what Twitch was. We were friends online, and he suggested that I should get into, thank you for the shout out again. That's okay if you missed it. Oh, hey there, Action Act. I'm just trying to catch up with chat because everything's just going, hey, not haywire. If you don't follow Frog and Turtle Gaming, I will find you and make you follow him. He is so kind. Yes. Follow him. Again, he is the reason that I am streaming here on Twitch. Follow him. Join his content. He plays games, so he does something totally different than what I do. And he's playing, I know today he was playing Fallout 4, maybe? He plays Skyrim, he plays Elder Scrolls, he plays Starfield, check him out, show him some support. We're trying to get him to be affiliate. So, yes, we want to get Frog and Turtle Gaming to be affiliate. You have to bounce. Joey and I are getting ready to eat and lay down some Golden Girls. I want to say hi. Thank you very much for rating. Yes, go take care of yourself. Tell Joey, Joseph, whatever we want to call him. Chaos. Thank you for the follow, Fiber Bunny. Yeah. Thank you, Frog and Turtle Gaming, for the raid. And go take care of yourself and watch all the Golden Girls for me. I haven't watched that show in a while. So yes, have a good evening. Like I said, trying to get Frog and Turtle Gaming to affiliate status. Again, anybody who's new here that came in, I am the Crafty Cub, mostly crochet here on the stream. In the new year, we'll be doing other fiber arts like cross stitch, embroidery. I'm gonna get better at tatting. I'm learning how get better at knitting. I'm learning how to tat. We're gonna do some fiber prep, like prepping some fiber fluff and then spinning it into yarn. We're gonna attempt to spin it into yarn. All of that good stuff. I'm all about education here. If anybody is interested in learning or anything about crochet, feel free to ask me at any time. We make blankets here on the stream. We do vintage patterns. all of that good stuff. I mostly crochet and stream too. I do other crafts that mostly crochet and Twitch. Oh, I didn't know you were a streamer. Well, if I can get a mod, if there's a mod available, can we give Fiber Bunny 93 a shout out? Always good to have another fellow crocheter or other just crafter in general. What was I saying? Oh, I was okay. Okay. your baby was drooling on your head. Alrighty. Love the Twitch crafting community. Oh, no problem. No problem for the shout out. Yes, the Twitch crafting, makers and crafting community is a great community. Lots of support. I don't think there's ever been a stream on the makers and crafters side. Actually, I don't really go to the gaming side that much, except for Frog and Turtle Gaming and a couple of the people that also do makers and crafters that game. But pretty much everybody and every streamer I've encountered I've had a good experience with. Blue Raven says they do card making, gift boxes, gift tags, gift bags, crochet, latch up, cross stitch, diamond painting, graffiti, attempt to draw, play the keyboard/piano, play the guitar, cooking, small amounts of origami, songwriting, and writing a book. He has a lot that he does that he's interested in. So yes, like I said, follow Blue Raven, check out Frog and Turtle Gaming, and follow Fiber Bunny 93. And you know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna give you a follow, Fiber Bunny 93. Alrighty. Again, before all of the chaos that happened here, let me turn my music back on, because I like to have a little bit of music playing. If the music's too loud, let me know. I can always adjust that. Again, we were shouted out Heather Bizzo that she is now a Moco Loco. It's always backwards. A Moco Loco now. If you're not familiar with the Moco Locos, they are a brother-sister team. They, Derek does leather work and Devin does painting. They are neighbors. They're good. They're best friends, and they are siblings. And they have a stream team where they support other streamers, and they don't gatekeep any type of art or content. And I am proud to be part of the Moco Locos. Hold on a second. Hey there, Gary. Hold on one second. I got... Oh! If I would have known this... Well, I'm streaming, I can't do it, but I don't know if you can hear. There's sirens going by. Well, there is some fire vehicles, and they're towing Santa on a sleigh. Yeah, I didn't know about it. I mean, this past weekend, it's just chaos on stream and in real life. It's just... This past weekend, we had our neighborhood Christmas parade. Clay Miko and North Ferry brought their daughter over, and we watched the parade, and then we went to go see Christmas lights. But I didn't even know that. They didn't announce this, or I didn't see it. Anyway, well, that's what's happening outside my window. Yes. And actually, it was lit up so much that sitting here, I could see Santa. So, they need to be better at announcing that. Maybe they announced it. I don't know. Just came from the Moco. Oh, Fiber Bunny just came from Moco Stream. Aspire to be a part of their stream team one day. Yes. Yes. Gary. I guess I'm a real Makers and Crafters streamer that I attempt to do some progress on my stream and nothing ever gets done. So that's typical. Did you carry a watermelon? Anyway, to answer your question, Clay Miko, Tonight we are doing this cute little snowman square. And in addition to this little square, we're going to make this square. So this is Snowman. This is the beginning of Snowman week. We're doing these two squares tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing a snowman ornament, and then we're doing a bell ornament tomorrow. So tomorrow's the ornament day. Sad because I thought for a minute all the yarn behind you was like a real collection. Yeah, everybody thinks this is real. If I had yarn cakes as almost the size of my head, yeah. No, this is an image off the internet. This is a virtual green screen. Yeah, if I had a wall, yeah, that would be.
Off they went. On their way, Henny Penny and Goosey Lucy came upon Turkey Lurkey. Yes, poor lonely Turkey Lurkey.
Speaking of Golden Girls.
And where are you two featherheads fluttering off to? Terrible news, the sky is falling. What? A piece of it hit me in the head. Are you sure? Doesn't she act as if something hit her in the head? We're off to warn the king. Oh, dear. A piece of blue sky. Just did what they said. Don't stand there and sigh. Get under the bed. Don't stop to complain. It's no good grumbling, 'cause this isn't rain. The sky is crumbling. Oh, this is terrible news. I think we best all go warn the king. And off they went.
Anyway, okay, before we get any further into it, I'm going to share, yeah, okay. I'm just going to share a picture of the Christmas tree that I was talking about 20 minutes ago. Hey there, Platypus. How much did Santa pay for his sleigh? Nothing. It was on the house. Happy. It was on the house. Okay, so here's the picture of my Christmas tree. Wait, why is the Moco Loco thing? I just decorated it last night. Oh, it would help if I keep clicking on it. I decorated it last night. It's done in silver and white ornaments. It's only a 4-foot tree, but I need to let everyone know. It's kind of like a Charlie Brown, yes. I need to let everyone know. Ignore the bird of paradise leaves that are to the left. I have a large potted plant, and it's the only place that I can get southern light. So, yeah, it's kind of like a little bit of tropics there. So I just wanted to share that. That is over on the Discord. If you are not familiar with my Discord, !Discord will get you the link, and you can send pictures of whatever you're working on, your progress, share ideas, share patterns, share recipes, interact with the community. It's a good place over there. All right, let's get into this. I'm just running my mouth, and we're going to do our little snowman square. If anybody wants this pattern tonight, and I teach. For those of you who know, I teach how to do stitches. !Snowman Granny, all one word, will get you the link from this. This is from a site called Crochet for You blog. They, on their blog, they will show an example where they make a bunch of these, and some of these don't have a face, and they put them together to make a blanket. And you can rotate, you can make your faces go however you want. Been crocheting since 7:40 a.m. and 3 orders to finish by tomorrow night. Oh, wow. Well, don't injure yourself. Take time to stretch and pace yourself. So if anybody is... Okay, I gotta change this music. I don't like this song. Alrighty, let's get into this. And if anybody is following along, hands been cramping, but I'm 90% done with order number 2. Yeah, again, don't injure yourself. If anybody is following along, let me know. And let me zoom in a little bit. So we're going to start with the white. This is all one square, and then after we do the square, we're going to do the applique of the eyes, the nose, and some embroidery, or however you want to do the mouth. I don't like the mouth on this one the way I did it. I'd probably do it differently on the next time I do it. Alright, so with the white, we're going to make a magic circle. So I've got my magic circle. And as I'm doing this, what is everyone else working on? I know Fire Bunny said that they have got some 3 orders to finish. And what exactly are you crocheting? If you don't mind me asking. And anyone else, whatever you're working on, whatever your project is, if you're working on something. 2 shoulder bags and a cardigan. Ooh! I've made some, like a tote bag thing that I'm using to store some yarn in. I haven't made any cardigans yet, any sweaters. So you make your magic ring. I'm going to chain 1, and into the magic ring, we're going to do 12 half double crochets. 1, 2, shoulder bags with a nice lining. Yes. Still pretty new to crochet, so I'm making a cushion cover from Granny Squares. Well, welcome in, Tenacious P. You said you're new to crochet. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So all I did was I made a magic ring. I've chained 1, and into the magic ring, I have done 12 half doubles. I'm using US terms. Blue Raven's working on eating a tray of Belgium chocolate biscuits. I'm trying to beat Santa on being fat for Christmas this year. You know what? That is a work in progress. That counts. Now, when you finish it, you can't really show a picture because there's nothing to show. But it's still a finish. It still counts. Belgian chocolate sounds good. So I've got my 12 half doubles into my magic ring. I'm going to pull it tight. I don't pull it all the way tight just yet. And I'm going to slip stitch into the first half double to join. And I'm going to get my stitch marker because I'm going to need it here in a second. So that is round 1. Oh, let me let everyone know. This is an 8-round pattern. They can show the empty tray. True. So that is round number 1. Round 2, we're going to chain 1. And each stitch is going to get 2 half doubles. So in that same stitch, we're going to do 2 half doubles. So 1 and 2. I'm going to mark my very first stitch that I made so I know where the end of the round is. And then again, each stitch gets 2. So 1 and 2. If anybody's familiar with my channel, when I teach rounds, anytime we do 2 together in a stitch, well, not 2 together, we do 2 stitches in 1 stitch. That's called an increase. And the way that I count it, I say there's 1 and number 2. Anytime I say to myself or out loud the word and, that means they're both in the same stitch. And these are half doubles. So 1 and 2. And that is how I remember where to do the increases. This one isn't too difficult because each stitch gets the 2 stitches. So you increase in every stitch. 1 and 2. Trust me, I can do that once I have finished the last 17 biscuits. Oh, and for those of you who are confused with chocolate and biscuits, if you're in the US, Blue Raven's in the UK, And they refer to what we would call cookies or that type of thing as biscuits. So he's not using like biscuits and gravy type biscuits or like buttermilk biscuits. Yeah, I don't want buttermilk biscuits and chocolate together. So I will do some translation if I can. Alrighty, and then let me just double check. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. This last stitch and around, you would think is a stitch, but no. That is where we did our slip stitch to join. That is a false stitch. And I know you can't really see with the white. Again, with rounds, stitch count is very important. So always keep track of your numbers of stitches. So we have 24 stitches, and we're going to slip stitch into that first stitch. And then round number 2, round number 3, I'm going to chain 1. And then the first stitch gets a half double. And then the next stitch gets 2 half doubles. So again, if you're doing rounds, each little segment that you do, because you're adding stitches to your existing round, you're making it bigger. So anytime you do an increase, those little segments, round 3 is 3 stitches per segment. So 1 in the first stitch and 2 in the next. So there's number 2 and number 3. And I'm going to mark my first stitch. That was 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. I always count backwards from what I just did. Hopefully this is making sense. If I'm confusing everybody, please let me know. So the next stitch gets 1, and the following gets stitches number 2 and number 3. And each time we do our little segment, it's 3 stitches because we're on round 3. This gets stitch number 1. The next stitch gets stitches numbers 2 and number 3. And that's how we're just going to go all the way around. So this gives us 2 and 3. This is 1. And this gets 2 and 3. That's 1. The next gets stitches 2 and 3. That's 1. And the next is 2 and 3. Again, if I'm going too fast for everybody, please let me know. 1, and then 2 and 3. And we get 1. And next is 2 and 3. And these are half doubles. So there's 1, 2, and 3. 1, and then 2 and 3. Isn't it cute? 1, and this next stitch here. Wait a minute, did I do that right? Because it looks like I'm going into the false stitch. Let me just double check. 2, 3. Okay, you know what? We're going to do a frog. We're just going to rip out that row. Because I think I might have counted wrong. Or started out wrong. Okay, so that's the end of row 2. Yep, I had to do the frog. Okay, let's... Oh, I know what I messed up. Crafty, did you hear about Shane McGowan? I don't know who Shane McGowan is. 1 and 2. What I did here on that round, I didn't go into the first stitch. I was off a stitch. That's why it didn't work out. But that's the beauty about crochet. You can always frog things. and redo it. I say crochet is not permanent. Even if it's something you made 10, 15, 20 years ago, you could always frog it and redo it. One, two, and three. One, two, and three. One, two, and three. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, Santa's coming back through. I can't move the camera over, because it's not going to extend that far, and you won't be able to see anything. Lead singer of the Pogues. They done the song Fairy Tale in New York. I'm not familiar with that group or that song. One, two, and three. 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 One, and two, and three. Alright, now we're worked out. Again, it would work. It would be better if I started where I should have started. So that is round 3. I'm going to slip stitch into the first half double that I made to join. So that is the 3rd round. Now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to pull the tail for my magic ring. I usually wait to around this, at least this much, so I have something to hold on to. So when I pull it, it will be easier for me. You can pull it really, really tight. I mean, you don't want to pull it so it breaks, but that is how you do that. You just cinch it up and there's no hole. I mean, the carrot's going to cover it anyway. So that is round 3. So round 4, we're going to chain 1. And in that same stitch, we're going to do 1 half double. The next stitch, we do a half double. And in the following, we do 2 half doubles. Sent you the link to the Discord, to the song in your Discord. Okay, I'll have to check it after stream. I don't want to play it. I mean, I could. I mean, technically what we're listening to is technically copyrighted, but it doesn't get uploaded to the VOD or the YouTube channel. But yeah, I'll check that out when I get a chance. So, what I'm doing here is each segment that I do, it's 4 stitches. 1 in the first stitch, 1 in the next stitch, and 2 in the third. So 1, then 2, and then in the third stitch we do stitches 3 and 4. Again, we're just making a flat circle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as I'm making it, it is going to be all curly, but when we're done, we can always flatten it out. So keep that in mind. If you're having trouble doing circles, if you get your stitch count correct and even, if you evenly do these increases, again, anytime you do 2 stitches into 1 stitch is an increase. If you evenly space them all the way around, you should have a circle. 1, then 2, then 3, and 4. Again, the word "and" means it goes in the same stitch as the previous stitch. 1, then 2, then 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I can do tab mergence. I learned what tab mergence means. That if I'm watching someone's tab, if like I have them like the sound down and lurking in them while I'm streaming, and then they happen to go and raid me, or other people raid them, and I got multiple tabs watching the same channel, I can close them. Because I have, it was when Blue Raven raided into me. I was, no. It's either Blue Raven or Frog Internal Gaming. So I can close out that extra tab. Okay, now we're going to slip stitch to join. That was round number 4. Round number 5 is the same, except each segment has 5 stitches. So I'm going to chain 1 in that same stitch where I slip stitched. Gets a half double. The next one gets a half double. And the next one gets a half double. So those 3 stitches each get 1 half double. Okay, let me redo that stitch because the yarn split as I was doing it. So 1, 2, 3 in those 3 stitches. And then the 4th stitch gets 2. So 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and with 4 goes number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, if anybody has anything they want to share in the Discord, in about 15 minutes, we're going to go to our ad break. When we come back from the ad break, we can look at the Discord if there's anything in it. 2, 3, 4, and with 4 gets stitch number 5. I wasn't even using my stitch markers. That's okay. 1, and 2, and 3, and then 4, and with 4 gets number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and with 4 gets number 5. 3, 4, and then number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 5. Alright, so that is round number 5. I'm going to slip stitch into my first stitch of the round, but I'm not going to finish off with the white because we're switching to blue now, or whatever color you want your border to be. And I think the blue looks good with the white. I mean, it's a frosty, cold look to it. So I'm going to clip my tail somewhat long, move my white out of the way, get me some of the blue, and that slip stitch there that we started, I'm going to finish it with the blue. Pull through. I'm going to pull the white tight. And now we can do round number 6. Hey there, Moth. How are you? Welcome in. Or in Tatter Stream. Hi there, Potato. Or wait a minute. Wait. Is this Moth or is this Bell's Lodge? Chops Yarn. Granny Karen's not here. And this is acrylic, and I don't think you want to eat acrylic. You have to go to sleep, Action. Okay, I'm glad you were able to pop in for a little bit. Yeah, now, I'm going to show this, Moth, but promise don't eat any of this. This is 75% merino wool. You cannot eat this. Yes, I'm streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing a snowman ornament. We're doing this snowman ornament. And I don't want to hit the microphone. Sorry if I hit the microphone, everybody. I know that sounded horrible, probably. So tomorrow we're doing the snowman ornament, and we're doing this bell ornament. So that is tomorrow's stream. Same time, same place. All right. So round number 6. So we join with the blue yarn, and we're going to chain up 1. And in the very same stitch that we joined, we're going to do a V-stitch. Let me just double check something, what they mean by the V-stitch. I think I know what they mean. I just got to double check this. Bear with me, everyone. A half double, a chain 1, and a half double. That's what I thought. So in the very first stitch that we did our join in, let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right in that stitch, we're going to do a half double, a chain 1, and a half double. We're going to single in the next 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. V-stitch in the next stitch, and then single in the next 14. You do that all the way around, and you're going to slip stitch into the top of the V-stitch. So the next stitch gets a V-stitch, which is a half double, a chain 1, and another half double in that same stitch. And then you do 14 singles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Next is a V-stitch. And now the next 14 are singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The next one gets a V-stitch, and now 14 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And now we're going to slip stitch in the top of that first stitch. And it doesn't look like a it's going to lay flat. There is a lot of stitches here, so you're really going to have to flatten it out, and this will greatly benefit blocking. So our corners are here, and that was round number 6. Now we're going to slip stitch into the space of the V-stitch. Our V-stitch is right here. Slip stitch into that, and round 7 is starting. Chain 1, and in that very same space gets a V-stitch. So a half double, chain 1, and a half double in that space. I gotta keep track of my pattern. Now we're gonna chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Just a curious brain cells getting tacos. Ooh, tacos sounds good. We're having leftover chili because we had chili last night. God, it was really good. And we're doing chili dogs. I can't wait. So I got a couple more hours before I can have my my chili dogs. So chain 3. Skip the next single, and single in the next stitch. And we're going to do that until we get to the V-stitch. So 1, 2, 3, skip 1, and in the next one, do a single. 1, 2, 3 chains, skip a stitch, the next stitch gets a single. 1, 2, 3, skip 1, the next one gets a single. So we're going to do like this lacy type look. It's common in doilies that you do like a chain of certain number, skip whatever, and then do a single. So let's make this edging. Keep doing this until you get to the V-stitch, and the V-stitch is right here. We're going to chain 3, and in the V-stitch gets a V-stitch. So it's a half double, chain 1, and a half double in the V-stitch. Now chain 3. Skip 1, the next one gets a single. Again, this is all in that pattern. Exclamation point, Snowman Granny will get you the link. It is a written pattern. It's a free pattern. It is from Crochet for You blog. And when we go on break in a few minutes, I will post this link in the Discord. Thank you, Blue Raven. And keep in mind, this is the first snowman square of the night. When we get done this one, we have the other one that we're going to do. So I'm in the V, or the corner, so that gets a half double, a chain 1, and a half double in that corner space. And now we just continue the chain 3, skip 1, and the next one do a single until we get to the next corner. It's a really basic pattern. I'm in the corner, so we do a V stitch, back to where I started. So I'm going to do a slip stitch into the very first stitch, which is that V stitch, that first half double, and that is round number 7. Round number 8, we're going to slip stitch into the center of the V stitch, so in that space part, and we're going to do another V stitch, but first we're going to chain up 1, and now do the V stitch in the V stitch. So there's the half double, a chain 1, and a half double, all in that same stitch. So V stitch in the V stitch. And now we're going to chain 3, single into the space. So these chain 3 spaces that we made is where we get the single crochet. So chain 3, single into the space, and you work your way until you get to the V stitch, which is right down here at the corner. 2, 3, and do a single, 1, 2, 3. Ignore my knot. This is some scrap yarn, so it's not going to be the pretty part, but that's okay. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here's the V stitch, so the V stitch gets another V stitch. And now, chain 3, single in the chain space. Alright, in about a minute or so, we're going to go to add. Good time for everybody to stretch your fingers, get something to drink, get something to eat, use the restroom, and we will be back for more of this square.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through the ad. Wait, why does it say it's still in progress? Okay, I think we're back now. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sitting through the ad break. Hope everybody was able to do some self-care if needed. Hey there, Zormdazzle. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm working on this Snowman square, which does take some time to get flat. My opinion is they probably put too many stitches in there, but blocking will help. We're going to do a quick Discord share. We have one thing over in the Discord that Blue Raven has put over there. It's oh, let me get the thing. It says, not bad as I started last night. Ho ho ho. I'm getting fat this Christmas. Bah humbug, this year ain't over yet. These are the Belgian chocolate biscuits that Blue Raven has been eating. So it's a work in progress. So keep at it. It is the holiday time, so you can indulge and have some things that you normally shouldn't be eating. But I mean, I do that year round, so I'm not one to talk. So yeah, that is what Blue Raven is working on. Again, at any time, if anybody has anything they want to share and put in the Discord, feel free to do that. Just curious, Brainchild didn't get ads. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't run ads for people. I've had that happen before. Yeah, it did look yummy. I've got some cookies downstairs that I made. And after I have my dinner, I'm probably going to have another cookie. Alright, I'm just doing this last round. Again, it consists of V-stitches in the corners, which their V-stitch is a half double, a chain 1 and a half double. And these last two rounds is chain 3, single in the chain space, and then chain 3, and single in the chain space, all the way around. When you get to the V-stitches, you do a V-stitch. So how are you, Zormdazzle? And what are you working on, if you're working on anything? Oh, I didn't even realize. It's not that big of a deal. Wait, where'd it go? Did I lose my hook? I'm using a 4mm hook, when normally I use a 5.5. Where is my red-handled hook? Oh, it's right here. Oh, well. Resting your hands. Trying to get the last Christmas gifts done. Gotcha. I started a poncho. Wow. Yeah, all I've ever made for wearables are like hats, scarves, and shawls. I haven't made a poncho. I mean, a poncho is basically a shawl, or like two shawls put together, essentially. Yeah, maybe that's why this thing isn't going to lay as flat, because I'm using a smaller hook. Oops! I thought I was using the other hook, but that's fine. It'll still work. If you've got pictures you want to share of the shawl, you can post them in the Discord, or links are open. If you have like an Instagram link, you can do that, as long as it doesn't go against TOS. pattern I'm following is sort of starts like a pointy ring. So it's already, okay, yes. I think I know what you mean. So I'm at the end of this round. I'm going to finish off. So I'm going to chain 1, cut my yarn, pull through, and pull tight. Let me get a yarn needle, and I'm going to weave in my tails. And cut that there. Again, this will need major blocking. That's my experience. Even with my first sample, it could benefit from blocking. Okay. 2 more tails to weave in, and then we're going to make the eyes, nose, and mouth. And again, if anybody's new here, I save all of my ends. I call those schnibbles. I stole that term from another streamer, Miss Jenks. And I'm going to turn the schnibbles into new yarn. And that is something we're going to do in the new year. We're going to do some fiber prep. So I'm going to basically untwist all these little tails and ends that I have. I'm separating them by color groups, but we're going to untwist them by using some cards, some like fiber cards, like if you're carding wool, and you can untwist them and then take that fluff and spin it into yarn, because I've got some electric spinning wheels, and make your own custom yarn, and nothing goes to waste. I see that you have posted some pictures over in the Discord, Zorm Dazzle. Let's go and do the share real quick. Bring this over here. This is the poncho that they started today. Ooh! Those look like some front post stitches. I like it, and I like this. Is this a blanket? This blue, purple periwinkle color. That they both look very warm and snuggly. I like it. So that is the poncho that they started. You're a beginner and you started 10 weeks ago. Well, you know what? For a beginner, it looks wonderful. It looks great. It looks really good for a beginner. Let's see what else we have. Rectangle shawl I made the other day. Oh, wow. You made the blue blankie as one of your first? Okay. You're doing great. Wonderful. I love the stitch pattern here. It's like a shell. It looks like a type of a shell stitch. Very, very good. And I see a puppy. I see a doggo in the background. So, congratulations on getting started on things, finishing things. So yeah, if you have any again, you've been on my stream before. That's Buddy. Aw. Or wait, is his name Buddy, or is that just your buddy? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, let me move. Oh, his name is Buddy. Aw. Okay, I have got to get my black yarn and my orange. I just realized today when I was getting retired service dog. Aw. Realized that when I was getting ready for stream, my orange is actually in use. Actually, do I have another? No, I don't. It's in use on the temperature blanket, so I'm going to have to pull from the other end of the orange. But we'll do that here in a second. Let me move this out of the way. Oh. We are going to use orange. I actually started crochet as a form of therapy when my Chihuahua passed at the end of September. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for that your Chihuahua passed. It is very therapeutic. Yes. It's that whole, it's the rhythmic thing that you can like center and calm your mind. And it's a tactile thing too. And then when you're done, you have something really, really pretty and warm that you can use. Okay. Oh, excuse me. That was rude of me to yawn. I don't know why I'm yawning. We're going to make the nose now. So the nose is real simple. We're going to chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have 9 chains, and we're going to do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, we get a single crochet. And in the next chain, also gets a single crochet. The next 2 chains each get half doubles. So 1 half double, and then the next one gets a half double. And in the next 4 chains, there should be 4 left, the next 4 each get double crochets. Again, I'm using US terms. So there was 1, the next chain gets another double, this next chain gets another double, and this last chain gets 1 more double. And now we're going to fasten off. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to leave a long tail, because that is what I'm going to use to stitch it onto the snowman's face. And that chain, when I do that chain 1, it lets me pull with my hook. I can pull that all the way through that chain, and that makes a secure finish. I am going to weave in my short little tail. Because that's too short to actually stitch it down with. So I'm going to weave in that end so it's a little bit nice and neat. And doing this type of building where you build a separate element and you apply it to the top, to the front, it's called applique. So we've got our little nose, our carrot nose. We're going to set it to the side. Now we're going to get our black, and I know black is difficult to see on camera. But all we're doing with the black is we're making a magic ring, and into the magic ring, 8 single crochets, slip stitch to the first, and finish off. So it's just 1 round. So your magic ring. Actually, let me redo this again. Magic ring. I am going to do a chain to lock that magic ring somewhat in place. And then we're going to do 8 singles into the ring. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hey there, Sue. Thank you for the lark. 8 singles, and then we're going to close it up, and we're going to slip stitch into our first stitch that we made of those 8. So we've joined. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to cut a somewhat long tail, pull that through, and tighten it up, and then also tighten up the magic ring. I'm going to weave in my magic ring tail. Black yarn is not the easiest yarn to use because it's so dark. And you know what I've just noticed? An hour and a half in, I didn't even have my other light on. And maybe I'm wondering why it's so dark. Oh, I can see it now. Wow. Well, at least I was using light colors for the beginning part, for the square. Alright, so I'm going to clip that, and that is one eye. We're going to make one more, because most snowmen that I've seen have 2 eyes. I mean, if you're making a Cyclops snowman, I guess you can just use one eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Black yarn is the hardest to work with. Understatement of the year. Try it with sparkles. It's where, oh yeah. Yep. But I do have a bright light now, and I can easily see where I need to put the hook. I'm okay, actually, I'm okay with black yarn for the most part. The thing that I don't really like is when I've done cross stitch using black or really dark blue, like a navy blue fabric. Yeah, no. That is not fun. Like if you're making something that has like a night scene, yeah, that is not fun. Okay. We're going to cut that there. And I'm saving all my schnibble. Oh, that's not a schnibble, that's the eye. Okay. So I'm going to start, oh, bring the eyeball back. We're going to start putting these pieces on. We're going to do the mouth last, because I'm going to stitch the mouth on with some embroidery stitches. I'm going to start with the nose. And you can put the nose wherever you want. I'm going to use a safety pin. My original sample had the nose facing this way. You can have the nose facing wherever you want. You can have it angled down, angled up. It's yours. It's your snowman. This one I'm going to have it facing the other way. And I'm going to kind of center it. I'm just going to take my safety pin. Again, if you've seen me do this on stream before, it's the same type of thing. I'm just pinning it on. And I'm going to stitch it on now. Those of you who are new, when I stitch on appliques, I don't always, usually, I don't just go all the way to the back side because you'll see it. And if this is going to be like a blanket, you're not going to want to see the orange on the back. So the way to do this, I've demonstrated this before, I'm going to only pick up the front side of these white stitches, but I'm going to get real close. I'm going to do it like right underneath where the nose is. And then that way it'll be stitched down and you won't see anything on the back. And I'm just doing a running stitch. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I don't really want like a whip stitch. If you do a whip stitch, that means you're going over the edge of the orange here. I don't want that. I want the edge of the stitching to be the edge of the carrot. There's all different ways of applying an applique. And there's applique not just in crochet. There's applique in all types of sewing, in quilting, in clothing, you name it. An applique just means applying. You're applying something on top. Going through. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that white, just the top edge, the upper side of it, and working my way all the way around. This piece, I'm going to have the nose stitched all the way down. Sometimes when I add things, I make them three-dimensional, like one of the gnomes from, where's my gnome? From last week. The hat isn't stitched down. It's only stitched down on the brim, so it is three-dimensional. So if you wanted to have, oh, you're falling. If you wanted to have the tip of the nose unstitched to the piece, that's fine too. I'm actually gonna kind of curve it. It's like a curved carrot. And now I'm going to work down the other side of the carrot. I can remove the safety pin now because I'm most of the way around. And I'm really liking this this yarn that I'm using. I know the orange and maybe the white are Loops and Thread Soft Plastic. It is a Michaels brand. Michaels here in the U.S. is a chain of craft stores, and it's one of my favorite yarns. I don't know what the blue is. The blue is just some scrap acrylic that I have. It's all acrylic, but Loops and Threads Soft Classic is one of my favorite acrylic yarns, worsted weight yarns. It's a good basic yarn. Again, this would have to be blocked because it is a very weighty looking square. And let me get another safety pin. Oh, hasn't made an appearance in a while, but here's good old Sad Green. If you are an OG follower of the channel, you will remember Sad Green. Sad Green is still with us. And I'm going to position my eyes. On the snowman. You can put them wherever you want. And do the same thing with the eyes. Again, to remind everybody, tomorrow we're doing the snowman ornament and the bell ornament. That is tomorrow's stream. Wednesday, I am going to be helping Granny Karen Cakes Marino with her angel project, because it's going to take a while and she needs some help because there's a lot of pieces involved. So I will be on tomorrow doing some work on that for her. On Thursday, Granny Karen Cakes Marino will be on. Again, if you're new here and you're not familiar with Granny Karen Cakes Marino, she is my special co-host on Thursday nights. On Throwback Thursday, she teaches us and shows us, not always teach, she will show us some vintage patterns, a lot of use of crochet thread, doilies, edgings, and this angel piece. Even though this angel pattern I think might be from the 70s or the 80s, so it's really not that vintage. Technically it's considered vintage, and that makes me feel really old because I am from the 70s and 80s. But that's just what she does. She takes over my stream. On Thursday. She helps me out and gives me a break so I don't have to be on every time there's a stream. And then after Thursday, there will not be another stream until the 31st of December. I plan on having a celebration stream on that day, not only to celebrate New Year's, but mainly to celebrate my 1-year anniversary. December 3rd was my anniversary date of when I started streaming. And it's also to celebrate becoming a Moco Loco. So I plan on starting about 6 p.m. Eastern. I am an Eastern time zone in the U.S. And I want to go to at least 6 hours, maybe a little longer. We don't know. We'll see. See what happens. And I'm still planning on what I'm going to be doing on that stream. I'm not going to do any giveaways because I hadn't thought about that far in advance. So there's that. Sorry. Maybe there'll be giveaways possibly in February. I'm saying possibly. I'm not committing to that. February, middle of February, there will be another celebration stream. That is my affiliate anniversary. That is when I became affiliate. And so we'll see. I'll have a little more time to plan that out. But like I said, New Year's Eve, we will have a celebration stream, a longer stream to celebrate those few things. Gotta find a long enough piece of yarn. I've got some scrap yarn. Yeah, though, that's plenty. And then in the new year, I will be streaming. Usually every month I kind of change up what days I stream. Not too much. Change it a little bit. January, I'm streaming every day of the week except Mondays and Fridays. That's what I'm thinking of at the moment. So, there is our eyes and our nose, and now we're going to do our mouth. Now, how do I want to do this? Okay. I know what we're going to do. I'm going to attempt this doesn't work, this doesn't work. I'm going to attempt to do a series of like dots. It's kind of difficult to do it in embroidery on crochet. Probably better off just making small little circles. I want to do like little bits of coal. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm quickly learning that's not gonna work. So let's pick all of this out. I really messed that one up. Again, even I, the crafty cub, will make mistakes. Alright, that's gone. Let's try a different approach. I'm going to attempt to do some small little rings. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 4 maybe? I don't want to do a lot because the eyes have 8. Yeah. I'm better off doing these little applique pieces. But trying to do a slip stitch. I don't need that long of a tail. Yeah, that's much better. So I'm going to do probably 5 of these. Yeah, let's do 5. So there's 1. One, 2, 3, 4. But yes, there will be no streams starting Friday through the following Saturday. So 9 days, there will not be any streams for the holiday, and I just want to take a break. I've been streaming every week for a year. It's also going to give me time to catch up on some other things and do some stream planning for the new year. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm also going to try to pop into a lot of other streamers' streams during that week, because that's the problem with being a streamer, is a lot of times other streamers that you want to catch are streaming when you're streaming. So that will give me some time to check on some other people if they're streaming. Two, 3, 4. That's 4 little pieces of coal. Lots of ends to weave in. Lots and lots of ends to weave in. And it's black yarn. Yeah, I'm just going to weave it in once. I don't think it's going to come undone. And if it does, it's fine. This is pretty much just a sample. A lot of people have asked me, what do I do with all these little squares and samples that I do on my stream? I don't really have a plan for it, but I think what I'm going to end up doing, and I probably can do it, I might just end up stitching them together, even though they're different sizes and not really color coordinated. We've got some flower ones in here from back in the summer when we did a garden theme. We've got Halloween, we've got fall, we've got holiday. We got all different things. So it's just going to be like a mix and match type thing. Some of the, I'm probably going to have to separate them and measure them and see if I can match them up so they can. A Franken blanket, yes. Yes. Even though I have one of those, I started many years ago when I first learned how to crochet. I saved small balls of yarn. Bunch of balls like this. And I would just make granny squares, basic granny squares of whatever yarn that I had. And it could be whatever fiber content, whatever size yarn, I didn't care. And I still have it. I can still add to it, but those are just all the same basic granny square. And each square is the same size. They weren't like specialty squares like this where they were a specific thing. But again, good use of scraps. So here are my little pieces of coal. And I'm going to start with the middle one. I'm only going to pin one at a time. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, the from back in October, the Frankenstein candy pouch, that's not going to be in it, obviously, because it's a pouch. It's not just a square. And any of the little appliques, they might be just put onto a plain square and incorporated into it. But that is kind of what we're gonna go for. That might be something we might do here on stream, is just stitch squares together. Because to my left, there's a big bag of all of my samples that I've made. Another thing in the new year, we're going to get back to, I had this series last winter and spring. I called it Stitch Dictionary, where I actually have a stitch dictionary, and I pick one stitch and I teach how to do the stitch. These are more complex stitches than just your singles, half doubles, doubles, triples. They're more intricate stitches. And that's good if somebody wants to just learn a new stitch and they are crochet along, so you can literally, as I'm explaining it, you can learn how to do it. I will go slow enough to make certain that everyone is ready before I go to the next step. Again, that is a Trademark of my channel is crochet education. Well, I got two little. I don't know how well this is going to look like a smile. I'm going to add one there. Because with 3, it might just look weird. I think I'm going to definitely have to do the 5. Crocheting along, just a different web. Hey there, Shadow Arch. What are you working on? I got to do a finger stretch. My fingers are starting to get a little numb from doing all this fine motor work, fine motor skills. Lap blanket for your mom. Oh, wow. Well, you know me. I do love a blanket. That is, it's kind of where I started. Blankets and scarves is how I started with crochet. That one is a little rough, but that's fine. It's just a lumpy piece of coal. Okay. We're almost done this square, and then we can switch over to the other one. Bernat baby yarn. Ooh, nice. I've got some Bernat. I don't know if it's baby yarn. I probably do. And we are going to get back into more blankets for Project Linus. Ombre Tanner. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. Again, if you have any progress pictures that you want to share, you can share it in the Discord or even here. Links are open. If you've got like an Instagram link or whatever that we can click on, then as long as it's TOS safe. That's only if you want to share it. And this other one. Okay. His grin's a little close to his eye, but that's all right. Should have done a little bit more planning for this, but I didn't. Gonna look like kids made it. There's no planning. It's just however you want to put the eye on the snowman. Does not have to be perfect. And that's something I need to do soon is to watch some Christmas specials. I think we had talked about this the other night. I haven't watched any of them this year. I think I'm going to watch the, I don't know who made them. The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Island of Misfit Toys and all of that. Again, I don't know what they're called. I don't know I have them on DVD. Alright, there's our little snowman square. Again, you can do the mouth a little different. This is some stitching. I don't like the way the stitching came out on this. You can mix it up. I made little pieces of coal. However you want. You don't even have to have a mouth. Make a bunch of these and put them together, and you can form them like, again, blocking. Definitely block this square. There's a lot in that white center. And to get these chain lacy bits, see, just doing that, just tugging on that helps a lot. Gets them into position where it's more square. And then you can join them however you want. I would join it with probably like a white. So that's our cute little snowman. Alright. We are going to switch over to our other... Gotta find all my safety pins. I'm going to switch over to this. This is called the Delightful... I gotta get the other thing. The Delightful Snowman Square. And let me disable that one and enable this. This is a pattern from Create. Would help if I zoom out because this is a bigger square. This is a pattern from Creative Crochet Workshop. Exclamation point Delightful Snowman will get you the link for this. It is essentially a solid granny square, a solid square, and then you do the corners separately in the different colors of blue, 2 different colors. Then we're going to go around in the cream as a border, and again, the applique of the nose and the eyes and whatever type of stitching you want to do for the mouth. So we're going to put our first square to the side. Get the black out of the way. We don't need that right now. Get the blue. Put that one over there. Try and just get everything organized. So everything's out of my way. Move my schnibbles. Alrighty. I gotta scroll down. Oh, excuse me. That is so rude of me to be yawning. And I slept in today. Alright. So for this, we're going to start with our white. And we're going to do a magic ring. And into our magic ring, well, first what we're going to do is we're going to chain up 3. Into our magic ring, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So that chain of 3 counts as a double, and the next 2 are doubles. Have I done much corner to corner? No. I've done a sample of corner to corner back in February. But I haven't actually made an actual corner-to-corner project, and that is something I do want to do. I know how to do it. That is something that will be on the list sometime this coming year. And when we do that, I can teach that again for anybody who doesn't know. So let's zoom on in. Our chain 3 counts as a double, and then there's 2 more doubles. Now we're going to chain 2, and into the ring we're going to do 3. Wait a minute, let me double check. Yes. 2 double crochet. Wait, hold on, I got to reread this. The pattern's a little off. They're only wanting us to do 2 double crochets and then chain 2. No, we're going to do 3. So we did a chain 3, counts as a double, 2 more doubles. So that's a granny cluster, a granny grouping, chain 2, and then in the ring we'll do 3 doubles. Chain 2. In the ring, do 3 doubles. Again, 3 doubles together in a group is the traditional granny stitch. Chain 2. We're going to do that one more time. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for the raid. Let me catch up with the chat. So, Royal, what were you working on? What were you doing? Hey there, Black Sheep Meat. Hey, Sheepy. Make It Chelsea. Toya. Hey there, Toya. Rage repping. You are rage repping? Oh, no. Oh, no. Again, if you're not following So Royal, follow So Royal. Another member of, where's it at? Moco Loco. We are a growing stream team. Finishing up, oh, you were finishing up a dance costume and then a little knitting. Okay, the clip was the rage ripping. Gotcha. Everybody welcome in. I am the Crafty Cub. If you are new here, mostly crochet here on this stream. New Year, we will be doing other fiber arts, but let me show some of the things that we have done this month on the stream. Hey there, Dream. So to start off the month, we did some pine tree motifs. We did a pine tree stitch. We did a really cute, quick pine tree ornament. Or let me zoom out. Gonna do a little cleaning. Okay, yep. If you need to raid and run, I totally get it, So Royal. So we did a pine tree little ornament. It's a puff stitch. It's great to make a bunch of these, and you can string them together as a garland, or it could be an ornament. And oh, here it is. We also made a pine cone amigurumi. Sorry about the lighting. It's a little washed out. So we did a cute little pine cone. That was the first week in December. The last week was our gnome week. So we started the week off with this cute little guy with his little fuzzy beard with the loop stitch. It is a stitch and crochet that is great for hair, either for a person or a lion's mane would be great. His little hat. The following day, we did another gnome with a little hat that's not attached. Let me snooze this ad real quick. And then we finished up last week of our gnome series with a gnome ornament using lots of scrap yarn. This would be great for a wine bottle. Somebody had mentioned that in the stream when I was doing this. To make your loop a little longer, put it over a wine bottle. Be a great little extra gift. Could be a gift topper. Instead of a bow, you can put in a little ornament. So that is what we did last week. Additionally, here on the stream, Sundays we do work on a temperature blanket, which I'm playing catch up. I am now currently up to middle of September. Sundays that's Sundays. Saturdays we work on blankets, or we're supposed to work on blankets for Project Linus. It is a non-profit here in the US and Canada that accepts handmade blankets of all sorts to children up to the age of 18 that are in need, either seriously ill, traumatized, homeless, etc. So it's a really good cause. Also, you might have noticed down below somewhere, wherever it is, I am raising money for Project Linus. So that will go to their national headquarters. In addition to all of that, Thursdays, I have a special guest host. Her name is Granny Karen Cakes Moreno. She's an elderly woman. She is feisty. She teaches us some vintage, or also shows us some vintage patterns. She doesn't take lip off of anybody, and ask her about her family. Here is what Granny Karen Cakes Moreno looks like. If I can click on the button. That is Granny Karen Cakes Moreno. A lot of people say she looks like me. I don't see it. We're not related, so I don't know where that is coming from, but that's all right. You will notice down below, it's somewhere below, it says this is the home of the Dirty Hookers. Yes, we are the Dirty Hookers, and we're proud of that fact. There are people apparently that wash their crochet hooks. I have never washed one, and I never will. So I refer to myself and my followers as Dirty Hookers, along with Yarnies and Fiber Fiends. That is pretty much what we do here on the stream. Tonight we are working on this cute little snowman square. Before we started this, we made this one tonight. So this is Snowman week. Well, partial week, today and tomorrow. We did that one, and we just started this one. So if anybody, again, So Royal, you need to raid and run. I totally get it. If anybody is new here, I have a Discord. You can always join the Discord. If you want, you can share whatever you're working on. We like to see what everyone's projects are. Exclamation Discord will get you that link if you choose to. And another thing, I completely forgot what I do here. All about education. I teach. So that's what we're doing tonight. I am teaching this square. And if anybody has any questions whatsoever about crochet, feel free to ask at any time. I can stop what I'm doing and try to help you. Hey there, Sky by Queen. Decided to make a different pattern as it was too hard with the color changes, so I did another pattern. It looks good. All right, that's great. Maybe in the future when you get better at crochet, you can try a different pattern. Sky by Queen is new to crochet. Last night they had asked a question about color changing with tapestry crochet, which is a certain type of technique that you use that you can change colors in mid-row and then change back. Alrighty, so let's bring the music back. And we're going to go to an ad in about a minute or so. So I don't want to get too far ahead. Let me see if there's anything in the Discord. No, nothing in the Discord at the moment. So yeah, in about a minute, we're going to go to our ad break. And let me turn the music back off. Good time to stretch, get something to drink, get something to eat, use the restroom if you need to. I'm actually going to go and refill my glass. And we will be back in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through that ad break. Hopefully everybody was able to take care of themselves during that time. I got something to drink and actually mainly just ice because I'm just running low. And I did some stretches. Now I'm going to do some finger stretches. Alright, so we are working on this delightful snowman square. It's by the website Creative Crochet Workshop. It is a free pattern. And all I did was I started up the square like a traditional granny square. So I started with a magic ring, I chained up 3, did 2 double, and I know you can't really see because of the white and makes it glare. So I chained up 3, 2 doubles into the ring, chain 2, 3 doubles into the ring, chain 2, 3 into the ring, chain 2, 3 into the ring, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the top of the chain, my original chain, the 3 chain here, and to join. So that is round number 1. If anybody is crocheting along with me, let me know. And thank you for the lurk, Toya. I appreciate that. So for round 2, we're going to chain up 3. And then there are 2 more double crochet. That chain 3 counts as a double crochet. There are 2 more doubles here. Each of those are getting 1 double crochet. So 1 there and 1 there. So far we have 3 doubles. And then in the corner gets 1 double, chain 2, and 1 double in the corner. Now we've turned the corner. We have 3 stitches here. Each of these stitches, each one gets a double crochet. So 1 and 2 and 3. And in the corner gets a double, chain 2, and a double. And then the same thing. There are 3 stitches. Each one gets a double. Corner gets a double, a chain 2, and a double. And you work your way around. These 3 stitches each get a double. And in the corner gets a double, a chain 2, and a double. And we're going to slip stitch to the top of our chain 3, which is our starting chain of that round. That is how we're going to do round 2. At this point, I am going to close up my magic ring, so I'm going to flip it over, find the tail that's coming out of the center, and pull that really tight, and that cinches up the center of our little square. And let me double check something here. 3, 4. Alright. So rounds 3 and 4 are the exact same, except you now have 5 stitches on each side. And then the following row, 7 stitches on each side. So chain up 3. That counts as a stitch. So that's coming out of this stitch here. We have 3 more stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So that's a total of 4. And then this one corner gets 1 there, so that's 5. Wait a minute. Wait. Nope. Forget that. Forget what I just said. Okay. Let's do that was our corner. And now we're going to join in the top of our chain. So we've joined. Chain up 3. And I'm sorry, I have 3 stitches here. Why is this looking weird? It's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let me just double check the pattern real quick. chain 3, chain 3, work a double crochet in the next 2, chain 1, wait, double, chain, okay, yeah. All right. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. So chain up 3, work a slip stitch in the back loops of the next 2. I've done this already, and I'm trying to remember how I did it. This is a simple, straight square. Repeat from there 2 more times. Into the next 2 spaces. Slip stitch. Two doubles. Wait. One double. Okay, I'm going to figure this out. 3. So there's 3. There's 5, and now this is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to keep going with it. So each stitch is going to get a double. And the corner, let's look at my... That's okay, Crafty. We've all been there. Like leisurely driving down the road and suddenly realize you have no idea where you're going. No, I know where I'm going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I know why. I know why. Okay, we got to rip out round 2. Okay. Start over. We're back at round 1. Okay, round 2 we're going to redo. So we're going to chain up 3, counts as a double. The next 2 doubles each get a double. Into the corner gets 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles, because their pattern is weird. So 3, yeah, we want 7 on each side. Okay, the corner gets 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Now the next 3 stitches each get a double crochet. 2 and 3. The corner is now going to get 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. I mean, this is a straight, simple, granny square. It's not a complex pattern. Next 3 stitches each get a stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Corner gets 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. Next 3 stitches each get 1 double. Corner gets 2 doubles, 2 chains, and 2 doubles. Slip stitch in the top of the chain of 3. Alright, we're going to chain up 3, that counts as a double. The next 4 stitches each get a double. I think what they're doing is they're doing their join at a different point, and it doesn't make sense to me. It still ends up in this, you still get the same stitch count, just however how they do their join. So there's 5 there. So that row had 3, this had 7. This is now going to have 11. Yes. Yeah. So chain 1, the chain of 3 counts as a double. The next 4 each get a double. The corner gets 2. Chain 2, and then corner gets 2 more doubles. On the side here, each stitch gets a double crochet. Corner gets 2, 2, and 2. There's 2, there's the other 2, and there's the final 2. And that means 2 doubles, 2 chains, 2 doubles. Each stitch gets a double on this side. And again, the corner combination, 2, 2, 2. And just working our way around. And that's for round 3. Alright, then we're going to do, just trying to remember how many rows get, or is the center. How many rounds? There's only 4 rounds for the white part of the center. Corner gets 2, 2, and 2. And then the last ones here, the last side, there are 2 stitches here. Each of those stitches gets a double. So in this round, you will have 11 stitches per side. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. We're going to slip stitch to the top of our chain 3. That is right here. If I can find the chain. And there we go. Now we're going to chain up 3. That counts as a double. Every stitch gets a double, not a single. Corner gets 2, 2, 2. I can't even finish the double crochet. That's the 5th time I can't finish the stitch. Alright. Why can't I do this? Okay. Each stitch gets a stitch, and each side should have 15 doubles on each side. then the corner gets the 2, 2, 2. 2, there's 2, and then there's 2 more. And you work your way all the way around. I'm figuring it out. I'm getting it. I'm doing the thing. I'm trying to do it. Okay. Corner gets 2, 2, and 2. And now there should be... Thank you for the hydrate, Shadow Arch. I needed it. Now the last 4 stitches each get a double. Basically you want to make it so there's 15 stitches on each side. And then we can slip stitch to the top of our chain of 3 from when we started. And now we're going to finish off the square at this point, weave in the ends, and we're not done yet. I got to find my... Oh, there it is. Sad green was holding it like it's supposed to. I'm going to weave in my ends now, and then we will pick up the blue to do the corners. Do the weaving in part. That's the... Some people don't like weaving in. I don't mind it. I know that when I'm weaving in, it's closer to being finished. And then I can save all my schnibbles because I'm looking forward to using the schnibbles. All right. First part is done. Got through that. We're done with the white. Now we're going to pick whatever color that you want for the hat and for, I guess it's a hat, and then for the sides. I'm going to do the 2 shades of blue. I'm going to do this shade of blue for 3 of them, and then this for the hat. So let's do this one first. And we can pick any corner that we want. And we're going to do single crochets for the corner. So I'm going to start with a standing single crochet and go into the corner and do a standing single. So there's our first stitch. And then again, we had 15 stitches here. So these 15 stitches each get a single crochet. So 1, 2, and I'm not going to count them all. And you're only working one side at a time for a triangle. So you're not going all the way around. We are going to turn our work for this. So there's one stitch in each of those 15, and there's one more in the space here. So we have 15, there's a stitch in the space, and a stitch in the space on either end. So you will have 17 single crochets. It's finally snowing here, which is nice, but it just had to be the kind just enough to cause problems. Ooh. Well, hopefully they're not major problems. Hopefully it's not going to get really bad. So that, we're going to call this a row, has 17 single crochets. One into each stitch, and then one into each corner on each end. So now we're going to chain 1 and turn, or turn and chain 1, whatever works for you. And we're going to start with a single crochet 2 together. Again, to recap, or if nobody is familiar with a single crochet 2 together, which is a decrease, you go into your first stitch, bring up a loop, and go into the next stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through all 3. That is a single crochet 2 together. So that goes from 2 stitches down to 1. And then you're going to single in the next 15 stitches. I mean the next 13 stitches. Basically until there's 2 left at the end. So there's 2 here left. Actually, no, there's not. Now there's 2. And then at the end here, you're going to do single crochet 2 together. Go into loop, go into the stitch, bring up a loop. Go into the last stitch, bring up a loop. 3 on the hook. Yarn over through all 3. Chain 1 and turn. And that's basically what you're going to do. You're going to keep going until you do as many rows as you need, which is going to be 9 rows. And at the very end, you'll have 1 stitch. So the ends get single crochets 2 together. And then all the rest get regular singles. When we do get down to the row number 9, there's a slight variation. So I'm on row number 3. I have 2 stitches, so we're going to do a decrease. Chain 1 and turn. Now do a decrease. And then for round 4, we're going into the next 9 stitches with regular single crochets. And then another decrease. The snowman is cute. Yes, isn't it cute? Very cute. And you can do your appliques. This is just pieces that are appliqued after you make the square. And you can put the smile however you want. You can do it. I kind of did it here. The blog that I got it from, they had ones that were like pieced together. And some of them are like this. Some are like this. I don't know if there was any upside down. Let me actually look real quick. They use some googly eyes. They did put a pom-pom on the top of the hat. I'm not doing the pom-pom on the hat. But you can embellish it however you want. You can make a bunch of these and stitch them together to make a blanket. I just gifted a needle felting kit, and it feels like it could be a fun way to start trying. Yes! Yeah, you can needle felt the nose and the eyes. I have a needle felting kit. I have barely used it. In the new year, we're I'm going to do a bunch more fiber arts here on the stream. I'm going to play around with that. I did get needle finger guards because I found out the hard way that those needles are very, very, very sharp. Well, they're barbed, and not fun. So I'm very new to it. I haven't really made anything. I've just dabbled in it. But we're going to be doing some other needle arts as well. Not needle art, fiber arts as well. I'm learning how to tat. I'm going to get better at knitting. We're going to do some embroidery and cross stitch. And also we are going to, everybody voted, well, we had a vote yesterday. And I've got some cross stitch kits and some needle point kits. And we're doing this the first week of January, even though it's winter time, but we need to think about spring. I'm ready for spring. I mean, it's not even Christmas yet, and I'm ready for spring. So we're going to be doing this small little piece in needlepoint. Alrighty here. One, and then again, I'm just decreasing. So get to this row here. I'm going to chain one and turn. We have 3 stitches left. So for this last row, we're going to do a single crochet 3 together. It's like a single crochet 2 together, but it's 3. So I'm going to go, I've already chained 1, go in, bring up a loop, go in the next one, bring up a loop, go in the last one, bring up a loop. 4 loops on the hook, yarn over through all 4, and that creates the point or the corner. I'm going to chain 1 and finish off, cut my thread, my yarn, and pull through. And that is 1 corner. And this is going to be the side corners. It's not going to be the hat. So I'm going to do that for 2 more sides. The exact same thing. Hey there, Upcycly. Thank you for the lark. I appreciate that. Let me give, I don't know if there's a mod around, but I'm going to give Upcycly a shout out. She is also part of the Moco Locos. Let's see. And if you're not following Upcycly, follow them. They crochet as well. They're working on a piece for their stepdaughter. It's going to be a blanket. I don't know how much progress she's got on. I think she said it's going to be a Christmas gift. It's using her late mother-in-law's yarn. So it's like a sentimental thing also. And they take trash and turn it into treasure. They recycle paper and plastic and make things with it. I know they've made little baskets. They've made some coasters. All different types of things. So check out Upcycly. Another Moco Loco. Hey there, Anna. How are you? How's it going? I am just working on our second square of the night. We're doing this cute little cartoony looking square. I'm down with Coco. So I'm in isolation. What is Coco a code word for? Oh, COVID. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. Yes, this snowman is adorable. And the one we did earlier tonight, this was the first one we did with this lacy type border. Both of these patterns are linked in the Discord. If anybody wants them now that are not part of the Discord, the first one is ! Snowman Granny. And the one I'm working on now is ! Delightful Snowman. But Anna, I hope you feel better. Knock on wood. I'm not going to say I never got COVID. I might have had it, but I've never felt any effects of it. So if I did, I guess I already had the antibodies or whatever. I don't know. I know some people can be affected that way. I've been exposed. I mean, I don't... But I hope you feel better. Yeah, well... not necessarily your part of the world, but this part of the world, it gets colder in the northern hemisphere, and people are in closer quarters to each other and can transmit easier, and then with international travel, and so it is on the rise. So I'm just doing these, I don't know if excited is the word. We're doing more of a somewhat lower key Christmas this year. Well, there's been some things going on. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. It's just going to be a little more in the low key. We're still going to get together. We're doing ours on Saturday. But yeah, I guess I can say I'm somewhat excited. I decorated my tree last night. There are pictures in the Discord. I shared them on screen earlier tonight. So if you wanted to take a look at it, it's in the general channel. That's my little tree that's personally here. It's like to my left. That's not our main tree. That's just the tree here in my room, not too far from the computer. Oh, that's just a chain stitch. Oh, I don't, slip stitch. Yeah, I just have a small 4-foot alpine style tree, and I decorate it in silver and white, and nothing on there screams Christmas. It's just jingle bells, some glitter ornaments, lots of glitter ornaments, some silvery pine cones, white lights, and some pearl garland. And it's more of a winter tree. That way I don't have to take it down until like February. Because lazy. I will be doing something for the bottom. That tree skirt that I made back in November, I'm probably going to do the small version. I don't know if it's going to be the right size. I know Clean Miko did the medium version, I should say, and she said it would be good for a small tree. So I'm probably going to do that. I made the large version for our main tree in the living room. But it's probably what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it in a white yarn, I'm thinking. If I had enough, and I don't have any at all, if I had a silvery, sparkly worsted weight yarn, that's what it calls for, is a worsted weight yarn, I would do it in that. But I don't have any of that. Oh! I completely forgot. Oh. Bear with me, everybody. I should have shared this. I meant to share this almost 3 hours ago when I showed off my Christmas tree, and I haven't put them on yet on the tree. I made these many, many years ago. Let's get them out. I don't know how many I have here. Probably about almost a dozen. So these are my snowflake ornaments. Again, they're using the crochet thread. Each one of these are different. I don't know how well I'm gonna, probably can't get them all into frame. Maybe if I zoom out. Yeah, let's zoom out. So these were all stitched up, and I starched them. They might have to be restarched because it's been, well, almost not quite 2 decades since I made these. These have been around for a while. And these are all from, if I can get the book. These are all from this book here, 99 Crocheted Snowflakes. So each one are different. So they're going to go on the tree. There are so many different snowflake patterns. And you can do the exact same patterns in this book in larger yarn. Just have a larger snowflake. But I meant to show these, and I didn't. But they go perfectly with my white and silver themed tree. Additionally, I don't have them yet because I haven't made them. I'm learning how to tat. I'm going to get a little better at tatting, and maybe my next practice piece I do, I'm going to find a tatted snowflake pattern and maybe a larger one and make a few for our main tree for next year. They're definitely not going to be ready for this year. But in this book, this one here, I don't know if you can see, it's 3-dimensional. You actually make like 3 of these of the same, and it's a way that you, when you go to block them and join them, once they're blocked, you join them, so they're 3-dimensional. So they're not just flat. Like that one's a 3-dimensional one. That one is, you can't really see that one that much in that picture. That one here, so it's just not flat. That one's a 3-dimensional one. So, at some point I might make all of these. See, that's the type of snow that I like. Crocheted ones that don't make a mess, and when I'm done with it, I can put them in a box and put them in the closet. Until next year. But those little snowflake ornaments look really good. Wait a minute. Wait. 1, 2, why am I only getting 4? I think I might have miscounted. Let me rip some rows out. It's alright. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep, got a frog. Okay. That's the problem. I run my mouth and I'm not paying attention, but that's okay. It's my fault and it's no one else to blame. I probably missed a stitch or made some error. But like I was saying, those snowflake ornaments look really good against the tree and the lights. I wasn't even counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Should have 15 on that row. Well, yeah, this is 15. This is the decrease. And this should have 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Oh, if So Royal is still here, I won Heather Bizzo's Creepy Craft Along back in October, and I love your yarn. If you're not following So Royal, definitely follow them. They also have a, actually, let me click on the thing. Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? Do the thing. That is a link to So Royal's site where you can purchase her yarn. This is the Heather Bizzo colorway. It's really, really pretty. I love it. It is a fingering weight sock yarn, 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. I am going to get better at knitting, and once I get better at knitting, I'm going to find a project to use this for. So, they're also a streamer. And I'm going to give them a shout out again, if it will let me. So yes, everybody follow them. Great streamer over there. They also make dance costumes. And another member of the Moco Loco team. Okay, let me see if I counted correctly. I think is 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. We want odd numbers, not even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this is 7. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now this should be, we're going to have 3. So we're doing a decrease. And then 1, and then another decrease. Yes. Okay, we did it right. We did it right. Chain 1, and now we're going to do single crochet 3 together. 1, 2, and 3. Now we can finish off and cut. Got those three corners done. Get rid of that color. Now I'm going to use my other color for his hat. And this one's going to be the exact same. It's just a different color. These are really pretty, like, turquoisey blue. Like, more of a, not really turquoise. This is more of like a, I don't know what color you would call that. It's not a peacock blue. Almost a peacock blue. It's really pretty. This is some scrap yarn that Grammy gave me. Some Hirschners. I can tell it's Hirschners because it's very soft. Same thing with this other blue is Hirschners. Let's see if we can get this stitch count correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then decrease to make 15. So far, so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Yep. It's not that difficult of a thing to make. It's just make certain your counts are correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 is a decrease. Chain 1, we do a decrease, decreasing at the beginning and the end because we want to make a triangle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 is a decrease. Flip. Just found your new yarn enemy. I'm trying to use this scrubby yarn, and it's awful trying to work with. It has all these little twists coming out of it, and all over, and you can't see it. Yes. Now I know there's different versions, different types of scrubby yarn. The cotton ones, I've never worked with the cotton ones. Those I think I would be okay with. I've worked with, I think it might be a nylon or a polyester one. I don't like the way it feels. I think it's from Hobby Lobby. The one that I had touched. The texture, ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it. And yes, you can't see anything because of all those little things coming out. You would probably not be a fan of an eyelash yarn. And I don't have any here close at hand. What do you call it? Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Let me do it. There we go again, talking and at the same time. An eyelash yarn basically makes like, it's like a fringe type yarn. It'll have your main strand, but coming off of it, all these hairs. And the only way I can really work with it is with a large hook or doubling it up with a thin, like a fingering weight or a DK weight yarn, so it's easier to see the stitches. Alright. But I know what you're talking about. That scrubby stuff I can't stand. In fact, that is like 1,000 times worse than trying to work with Lion Brand homespun. Lion Brand homespun can be a pain, just because the way it is spun. It's got a monofilament line in it to keep the twist, and I always end up snagging it, and it's not fun at all. So I have to be very careful when I use that yarn. I've got to use a larger hook and also go slower and relax my tension, which is something difficult because I am a tight hooker. I'm also personally not a big fan of a lot of chenille yarn, mainly because it sheds. But that isn't as difficult to work with. It's just makes a mess. Okay. I'm just going to be weaving in ends for a little bit, and then we will get on to the last couple. How many other rounds are here? 2 rounds for the border, and then we will do the eyes and the nose and the mouth, and actually turn this thing into a snowman. Oh, another yarn I don't like using is Karen Simply Soft, because it splits. It feels really nice, and it's really pretty, but it is a notorious yarn for splitting. Okay, one more corner to weave on in. Want to try the fur yarns? Yeah. Like I said, if you're going to try any of those, especially if they're the novelty, I call them, I think they're actually called eyelash yarns. They're the one, there's a bunch of different brands. I know a lot of them have been discontinued. They were very popular like 20 years ago when I first learned how to crochet. You can still find them every now and then, and other brands might carry them. I would recommend pairing it up with a very thin, coordinating, or contrasting traditional type yarn. Alright. So, we have our square here. We need to get our cream color. that's going to go around for the border. Because right now, where these triangles meet isn't really finished. It doesn't look really nice. So let me double check to see. Join to any. Okay. For this, we join into any of these top triangle stitches, and with a standing single. But before we do that, we're going to have another ad break. So everybody, take this opportunity to get something to drink, eat, stretch, all that good stuff, and we will be right back. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Welcome back, everybody. Alright, so I've joined with a standing single crochet. I'm now going to chain 2, and in that same spot I'm going to do another single crochet. That is going to be our corner. And then on this blue triangle, evenly we're going to put 11 single crochets. Do the best that you can. I know it can be difficult working on the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. This corner here gets 1. And then the same thing on this triangle. On the side, do 11 evenly along the edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. The top corner here gets a single, chain 2, and a single. And you do that for all the remaining sides. This is the part I don't like, is working into the edges of stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. One into the actual corner of the white. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. The corner gets 1, chain 2, and 1. Did I do a chain 2 over there? I might only do the chain 1. Oh well, it's fine. I'm not going to go back and frog that out just for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One in there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Corner. Nope, that didn't go in there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gotta frog some of that because I wasn't doing enough stitches. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and then do one in there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Oh, come on. Get the 11th stitch, and now slip stitch into the beginning. Round 2, we're just going to chain up 3. Actually, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Into the corner space, we do a double crochet, 2 chains, and 2 more doubles. So that chain 3 when we started counts as a double. And then each stitch gets a double crochet. So this row is pretty simple. I can't even make a double crochet. Some days, the hook and the yarn do not work with you. Okay, in the corner. Yeah, I didn't do enough chains on there. Two chains and 2 doubles. Feel that in my bones right now. Currently trying to unknot half a skein of your yarn. Oh, you're dealing with yarn barf. Yeah, sometimes that is not fun. What I usually do is and again, this is just what I do. So I'm not having to deal with that during a project. I cake my skeins usually with a ball winder. But yeah, that is not fun. I mean, if I'm in the middle of a project, I don't want to encounter a knot and all of that, but I don't mind just untangling or unknotting a skein of yarn, but not while I'm working on a project. And one thing I do not do, if I get to where the knot is so bad, I don't cut it. There's a technique, you just let everything lay loose, and you go small at a time and work your way, and don't pull tight. Because if you pull tight, you're going to make the knot worse. Do you know there are people that do that? You can send them, you could find them on like Facebook groups or other types of groups. You can send them your knotted up yarn, and they will unknot it for you and wind it into a ball and send it back to you. I mean, it's not really like a company, it's just like individual people. It's like they find it relaxing, and sometimes I find it relaxing. Sometimes I find it very infuriating, especially if it's a yarn that has a halo, like a mohair yarn or a roving style yarn. Oh yeah, no. Alright, we are almost done this round, and then we will work on the facial features. Finally, we'll be able to make this into a snowman at some point tonight. Okay, I am on the last side. Yeah. I mean, a rare occasion I will cut it, but my goal is no. I don't want to cut it. I don't want knots in my yarn. Yes, I can make a weaver's knot, which are really, really strong and very small. So they're practically invisible. I mean, they're not invisible, but they're really small, and you won't really notice it as much. But I try not to cut. Hey there, Krusty. How are you? How's it going? We're doing our snowman tonight. Well, 2 of our snowman. We'll do another snowman tomorrow. But we're doing this one little square. We did another square earlier tonight. A different snowman. Okay, and that emotive pics, it's disturbing. Not because it's pics, it's because of what he's doing, what the movement. Alright, so now I'm going to join to the chain. I'm going to finish off the round and cut and pull through and weave in my ends. And they're all right here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to make the facial features for our snowman. And then we'll probably be done for tonight. And once that's all done and put on, and after we write out, I need to get something to eat. I am hungry. I'm having some more chili. We had chili last night. Having some more chili, and we have some hot dogs. So I'm going to have a chili dog. I've been thinking about it all day. Okay, there's that. And we're going to weave in the other tail. I don't know if I maybe I did. Well, if not, I'm going to weave it in another time. It's extra secure. Can't remember if I weaved that tail in or not. Losing my mind. Losing my brain. Alright. So, the square is done. We just gotta make it look like a snowman. Mine would have to be blocked because my edges are curling. Let's find the black yarn again. Oh, well, we will go in order with... Wait a minute. Wait. Carrot nose. Oh, okay. They're using glue-on googly eyes. I'm not doing that. I don't like putting glue on my crochet work. I love it because he molests other emotes. Yeah. You gotta watch out for that pics. So for my eyes, I'm going to do the eyes the same as I did my other snowman's eyes. And it's a magic circle and 8 singles into the ring. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And cinch it up and then just slip stitch to join. Chain 1, cut a decent sized tail. So that's locked. And then we're going to cinch up the magic ring. We don't want any open holes in the eyes. And we're just going to leave it in. And I'll have to make a second one for this. Alright, this is where I need my light because it's black yarn. And my eyes can't see anymore. I'm making lots of schnibbles tonight. So far, this is my schnibble pile. So, making a whole lot of them. But that's good. It's more material for when we do fiber prep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And slip stitch to join, chain 1, cut, pull that through, cinch up the magic ring. Alright, we got our eyeballs. Put those to the side. I'm going to get my orange for the carrot to make a nose. And let me see how they're doing this. We're going to chain up 6. This is a different nose than the other square. So chain up 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. A single in the second chain from the hook. That makes sense. And a single in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 5 singles. And then we're going to turn, chain 1, and then rows 2 through 4 is 1 single into each. So it's just 5 singles all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so that's row 2, chain 1, turn, row 3, all the way across, chain 1, turn, row 4, it's the same, so that's row 4. Row 5 is chain 1, when I turned, we're going to do a single crochet 2 together, single in the next, and then single crochet 2 together. So we go into 5 to 3 stitches, chain 1 and turn, 6 and 7 is 1 into each. So 1, 2, and 3, so that's row 6, chain 1, turn, and then 1 into each, 1, 2, 3. I heard a loud vehicle and was like, it's a little late for Santa to be coming through again. Earlier, when I first started, Santa Claus came through on the back of on a sleigh that was being pulled by a piece of equipment from the fire department. I don't know what type of vehicle it was, but anyway. So we got, that was row 7. Row 8 is chain 1, turn, single crochet 3 together. So 1, 2, and 3. And row 9 is we're going to chain 1 and turn and single crochet into that 1 stitch. And that is the end. Chain 1. And we're going to cut off, and oh, I should have left that tail longer. Damn it. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. I could add another length of orange yarn to it. Should have left the long tail, but we got it. Actually, I know what we're going to do. Weave that in, clip that. I'm going to weave in this tail, and then we will join it the other way. We'll do it the way that you're not really supposed to do it. Cut a long length of orange. There really is no front or back, it's the same. I'm just gonna join this new tail here. I don't really like putting knots in, but I kind of have to with this. I'm just gonna do a square knot just to secure it. Let's do that. And do that. That should be fine. Alright, let's get a safety pin. I'm going to position my carrot nose. And we're going to weave it in. Well, not weave it in, stitch it in. trying to find a little bit of white that I can stitch into. There's like a, it's part of the square, but there's the hole in it. All right. Finish that off. Secure it. Clip. Clip. Remove the safety pin. And now we can put his eyeballs on. Actually, his eyes could have been a little bit bigger. These are a little beady, but you get another safety pin. Let's remove pin. That's on. And one last little stitch. Eyes are done. I gotta get another length of black. That might work. So we have our eyes and our nose on. We're gonna attempt to do a mouth. Actually, I need a longer string that lengthen that. Go from the back side. Kind of want to go like that. I'm going to kind of do it the same way as I did my first one. And I'm going to try Actually, that's not it. Going the wrong way. Need to do a back stitch is really what I want to do. Leave the tail. Okay, this yarn is starting to get static. It is sticking to my hand. Okay, I don't want to pull it too tight. How did I do that? What's going on? Oh, I caught the tail on that. Don't want to catch the tail. Okay. This one, we're not gonna. Turn the corner. He's got a little mouth. Welcome back, Claymiko. We're finishing up our second little snowman square. I'm just doing some back stitching, or attempting to do some back stitching. Yep, it is cute. Okay, I'm not really liking the way the stitching is coming out with this, but it is what it is. It's not my favorite part. I'm just going to clip that there. Again, this is just a sample. Again, his mouth could be bigger. I like this one better. My sample, but you get the idea. That is the Delightful Snowman Square from, I gotta remember where it's from, Creative Crochet Workshop. So both links for both of our snowman squares from tonight are posted in the Discord. If you are not a member of the Discord, !Discord can get you the link. Gotta get my schnibbles out of the way. I made a lot of schnibbles tonight. This is not schnibbles. That link is for if I need back stitching in black. Again, these are free patterns. Hey there, Knitter Girl. How are you? And just want to show, this is all the schnibbles I made tonight from these two squares. So, we got a lot. So this was the, what is this called? It's just called Crochet Snowman Granny. This is from Crochet For You blog. And this one is from, what did I say again? Creative Crochet Workshop. So those are the two, gotta click on the thing. Those are the two snowmen that we did tonight. Tomorrow night, we are going to be making this snowman ornament. The pattern for this, again, it's a free pattern, has an option for the earmuffs. When I did this, my tension was too tight. I don't like the way it's pulling. There is also a version with a top hat. Tomorrow night, we're going to do the top hat. I think I'm going to like the top hat better. The eyes and the buttons are actual buttons. So these are actual plastic buttons that are sewn on. You could do whatever you want for those. You can do applique like I did here, embroidery, whatever you want. The nose is applique, so is the earmuffs. So this is a double-sided, so it's two pieces. I guess you could stuff this and kind of shape it somehow. I would use smaller stitches than what this says, because these, I think this is, yeah, these are double crochets. No, they're half doubles. The stuffing might show through. So keep that in mind. So we're going to make this tomorrow night. And we are also going to make, oh, sorry for the camera shake. We're going to make this, this bell. This has not been starched or blocked or shaped yet, but we will make this. This is a paid pattern. The bell is a paid pattern. This one's a free pattern. So tomorrow night, those will be, that will be our ornament stream, because I had to readjust it. Originally, it was going to be this for tonight, that for tomorrow, and then the snowman for Wednesday. But Wednesday, I have to help Granny Karen make the angel, so I have to work on some of the pieces for her. Hey there, lady 1241. How are you doing? How's it going? Yes, the bell I like a lot. Again, this is a paid pattern. It is a quote-unquote vintage pattern. I think this is probably from like the 70s or the 80s. And this is using the crochet thread. This is a silverish color thread. It's got some, it's more of a gray, and it's got some metallic in it. One word of caution, if you happen to get this type of thread that has the metallic in it, I do not like working with it. It is a pain because pulling the stitches through, first of all, you're using the small steel hook with this. Pulling the stitches through, it snags with the metallic thread. So it takes some effort and some patience for it. Oh, great grandma made some. Yes. Yeah, these were very popular back then. I mean, I guess they could be popular now. I'm pretty good, lady. I'm doing pretty well. We're getting ready to end the stream here soon. I've been going for almost 4 hours. I'm getting hungry. There is some chili dogs calling my name. But that is what we're going to be working on tomorrow, is the snowman and the bell ornaments. I'm going to move the those squares to the side. And actually needs to go up top. I will be on, oh, again, to recap, or just not recap, but to show, since it is snow themed and it is the season, I made these not quite 20 years ago. These are my crocheted snowflake ornaments. And we'll try to lay them out. I keep the hooks on them because that is a pain, trying to put the hooks on each year. Each of these are different. Again, this is using crochet thread, crochet cotton, and starched. How many do I have? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It is from this book. It's called 99 Snowflakes from Leisure Arts. This is probably not in print anymore. I got this back years ago when I worked at Michael's. Let me see if there's a copyright date on this. Probably not. Maybe. Oh! Even then it was an old book. This is copyright 1998. So, you might be able to find this, or other ones that are like this. There are lots of snowflakes to make. I'm probably going to make a bunch more. Not on stream. Well, maybe on stream, but maybe in the winter. Meaning January, February. So that is my little snowflakes that go with my tree. I posted a picture of the tree in the Discord, if anybody wants to take a look. And if anybody else has other holiday decorations, it doesn't have to be Christmas, whatever holiday you may celebrate. If you want to post pictures, you can post those too. It's just not about things that you make. So let's move those off to the side. And we're going to go and try to find somebody to raid here in a moment. Move my schnibbles out of the way. Oh, that's in... Alright, everyone here may or may not know, but I have a YouTube channel. All of my streams are posted on there when I'm done streaming, unedited, uncut, unfiltered. So the way you see it here is the way you see it over there. I have a Discord, which I just mentioned. Join the Discord, share your projects or whatever you want to share, as long as it's safe for work. I mean, you can be a little risque, but we don't want any porn and full-on nudity. Check that out. I also have a merch store. I have not mentioned this tonight, but from now until the 30th, so a little less than 2 weeks, if you use promo code HOLIDAY at checkout, you can get 30% off of your order. And let's take a look and see what we have over at the Crafty Cubs Teespring store. So, we have some tote bags. This is a crochet terms, meaning that is the design. This is I think it's a canvas type material. Clay Miko, if you're here, I think you have one of these. And, it's a good size. You can use it as a project bag. So, if you're on the go, or if you just, even if not, if you just want to, if you're sitting at home and need a place to store your project, that could be a good place. It also comes in my other two designs, the Proud Dirty Hooker, either in the pink or the blue. So, check that out. Also in the bag section, I have some zippered accessory pouches, again in the same patterns, the crochet terms, or the two different Proud Dirty Hooker patterns. In addition, we have some 32-ounce stainless steel water bottles. I know Grammy ETC has this one here. It can hold up to, it holds 32 ounces. She said it can hold about a standard bottle of wine. So, if you are a wine drinker and don't want to spill your wine on your crochet, this might be a good choice for you. These also make good gifts. I don't know, they're probably not going to be shipped in time for Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, but still it could be a good gift. And we also have some apparel. We have some t-shirts. I happen to have this one right here, the purple with the pink colorway. And in addition to that, we have, oh no, not, I don't want that. We have some hoodies. We have some pullover hoodies. So check those out. And we also have some, wait, is that, yeah. We have some zip-up hoodies. And they come in a couple different colorways that you can choose from. So it's a good way to support the stream. Besides just throwing money at me and Twitch, you can throw money at me and in return get something for your support. I think that's all. We're going to get the raid call, if I can figure out how to do this. That is not, no, wrong. I've been streaming for a year and you would think I would know how to do a raid call. That is the raid call for followers of my stream. Let me get the one for subscribers. No, that's, yeah, no, that's not it. I'm talking to myself. Alright, so that is the one for followers. Here is the raid call for subscribers. Let's go see, and I think, are we going to go and raid them? Okay, we're going to, let me check something. Let me check what we're going to be doing. Do we want to do crochet? That is really, really cute. If that's what they're working on. Oh. I guess we're not going to have a choice because the one streamer that I was going to raid into possibly, has already raided out. Okay, that makes my choice for me. Alright, so everybody copy those raid calls. We're going to go raid a brand new member of the Moco Loco team. We are going to go and raid Becca MTBC. They are currently doing some amigurumi crochet. I think they're doing an Eevee. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's a Pokemon. They just became Moco. And show them some love. Support them, follow them. I need to go follow them too. I haven't been following them. So I will be on again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for our snowman and our belt ornament. And we're going to go and raid Becca. So show them some love, follow them, and I will catch everybody tomorrow night. Happy crafting!